everybody. Welcome. Just in time for our next pin video. Come on in. Let's go. Hello everybody. Welcome to episode number 226. I'm Larry and this is Larry's Fountain Pen. Today what we're going to talk about nibs on a pen called, the pen from Fountain Pen Revolution. It's a gentleman that owns these pens that is located in Plano, Texas. His name is Kevin. And so he's got some really great, affordable fountain pens at a very affordable price. And I'm not just saying it blowing my whistle, because I know this because I own several of the pens and Kevin sent me some nibs so I can show you how easy it is to take the nib out and switch them out. He has a variety of nibs. Just to give you a quick rundown, he has a number 6 size nibs, number 5 size nibs, and they can run from anywhere from extra fine, fine, medium, broad, 1.0, flex. So it's just a different variety, and they have two-tone, they have silver-looking ones. Just when you go to his site, you'll be able to pull up nibs and feeds, and you can just look at all the variety of nibs that Kevin carries for these pens. And what's neat about it, they're affordable. They start at around $3, and they go up depending what they are. You know, they have $3 or $5, $7, $9, and that depends the size of nib that you get. You know, the extra fine, and the medium, they're about $3. And then, you know, when you start getting to the broad and on up sizes, then price is gonna vary, but still, they're very affordable nibs, and they work very well. You will be pleased when you try these nibs. If you haven't tried them yet, you need to take a peek at his site and see what may interest you. And also, what's really cool, if you use this code Larry, capital L, then ARRY 15 for the discount code, you'll get a discount. And that's always good to get a little help from here or there, is it not? So, yep, use Larry's discount code, Larry15, for the discount code. I think it's a 15% discount. Anyway, so let's get on with the nibs. So this may be a 20-30 minute video, so you might want to relax, kick back, get some popcorn, get a soda, Kool-Aid, tea, whatever, and come join me for a while. And let's visit these nibs, because after I show you the how to take a nib out and put it in, we'll do a little bit of writing. How's that sound? Cool? Okay, so here are the nibs, and these are the 5.5s here. And right here I have a flex and a broad. And I've got some others. Then over here are the number 6 size nib. And this is a fine, the silver one. And this is a medium, the two-tone one. Okay? Alright. So let's, we're going to grab this pen right here. And this is the Himalaya we're going to take out. It unscrews. And, you know, when you grab a nib out, you don't want to ever grab it by the tip. Never. You don't want to ruin that. Okay? That's the tip of the nib. You want to get your fingers in place and put them here and here. One up here and one right below it, and then pull out. Some people do it like this. Some people do it like that. Whatever you're comfortable with, but you don't want to get up in here and start messing with this, because you don't want to get the times out of alignment. So it's real easy. You can use your fingers or you can use a rubber grip. I use a Goulet grip, or you know, you can use some paper towels, whatever you have handy. But this comes in pretty handy, and I'll just put it just like that, and it's going to come right out just like that. After I grab it, comes right out just like that, and it'll go right back in just like that. So I'll do it without the grip, and just like that. There's a, you see right down in here, you see how this right here on the feed is, it'll just slide right in there. It's perfectly almost round. It'll just slide in there, no problem. So there's no, I mean, you can do it any way you want. It's going to go right in there. So that's what's great about these pens. There's no wrong way of putting it in. And you want to keep that feed as close as you can to the tip of that nib. Anyway, that's how I do mine. You can do yours however you see fit. So that's how you do that one. And let's say I want to, this is right now, this is the 1.0 nib. That's a very neat nib. And this one here is the fine nib we have, and a broad nib. And a, okay, look, we will just go ahead and do the broad nib. It makes no difference, just showing you how to put the nib on here. Bam, bam, you're in to go. Again, the nib, I've got it lined up with the feed. And in we go. Bam. Done and gone. Now, that's pretty easy, wasn't it? They all work the same way. Okay? So, let's go on to our other nib. This is a little different. Not much more different, because it's the way it goes in on the can right. Number 6 nib. So, this in here is the fine nib. And I've got a medium, and this is also a fine nib there. Fine nib, but this is the silver looking one, okay? And here's a two-tone. And they come in different sizes. Let's see, I'll just pull that right out, and it's going to go right back in. And how this goes, see right here is different. A little cutout there in the feed. Well, you have to line that up right there. You see how it's shaped? It goes round, then it kind of curves down here. Right down in there, you can see that. See how it's shaped? Right there. Well, this is going to go right in, and you'll feel it go right in. Take a little maneuvering, but don't worry, it's going to go right in. You can pull it right back out. So, or just make sure that you have your feed where it needs to be. And it's kind of hard for me to look at this. So make sure y'all can see. Okay. It's kind of difficult for me to see. There you go. And for have you guys to see. But that's how it just slips right in there. So really, it's really easy to pull out, put back in, pull out. Just have it lined right when you put it in. And it'll go right back in. You don't want to force it. If you're trying to force it in, then it means it's the wrong way. So that's how to exchange the nibs on them. And like I just said earlier, got a variety of nibs. That's what's really neat about the nibs, and they're affordable. And I've used all these nibs. So what I'm going to do is, instead of inking up the pen, I am just going to dip it in the ink and do some writing. How's that? And I have some other pens right over here. Let me bring them over here. that already have the different size nibs in them. But if they don't, then I'll switch them out with these nibs over here that I just showed you. Okay? Will that work for you guys? Alright. So, I'll be right back with some ink. Okay, I'm going to dip it in some Blackstone ink. And it's from Australia. I picked it up from the Anderson table when I was at the pen show in Dallas last year. Okay, and this nib here, again, is a medium. So, Fountain Pen Revolution. And we're using Blackstone. And this is a medium nib, very nice. Lazy dog. And we'll do a few S's here. And some wetness here. Nice wet nib. Writes really nice. I'm pleased with the nib myself. That's why I change them out. So let me change this nib out here. And we're going to put the fine in here real quick. Okay, let me just clean my hands real quick. When I'm dipping it this way, yeah, you will get ink on your fingers, but that's okay because I'm just trying to get through this video so y'all won't be here for hours. And this is the fine nib. Let me just show you right under here. It really is a nice nib. I really enjoyed this nib. There you go. And we'll do just a few S's. I really like how it goes down, and I like this black ink also. And let's check for wetness. Goes down nice, does it not? And you have a wet nib. So, I'm pleased with the performance of these nibs. So, I better put the lid on before I spill it all over the place. So, that's all the nibs I have right now on these. And again, I don't want to fill the pen up because, you know, I have to wash out each one of them, so that's a big to-do. Here's what I got going next. Flex and the 1.0 stub. Let's see what I'm going to pull this one out first. Let me pull this one out. This is the same 5.5 nib I'm using. And this is the fine. And again, it just pulls out and goes in like that. Remember, I just showed you earlier. But just make sure your feed is lined right with your nib. And it just goes right in there. Boom. you're in. Boom. Okay. Here is the fine nib now on the 5.5. Now that's really sweet. Fine nib. And doggy. So, trying to clean that off. It's not much for upside down. But it will right. And it'll start running out. But extra fine, you can get some of it, but not all that well. But it does perform well the regular way. Lay down some wetness here. And it's not very wet, but it does lay the ink down well. It's got good flow. And it is a fine nib. So, I'm pleased with that. Now let's go to the next one. Remember, we're just talking about nibs right now, not about the pen. And here is a flex nib. Let me just dunk that nib in some ink. And this is the flex nib. This is no pressure. This is with pressure. And you do see the difference on the line variation. And I'm running out of room. And dog. So let me just turn this paper over real quick. And I'm using the Rhodia line paper. Yeah, I could have filled up the pens, but then I'd have all these pens I have to wash out, so I'm being lazy today and skipping that. But when you have the pen filled up and you get that ink flowing, it's really nice. And with no pressure. Okay. And what is this one here? Let me look at this one. This is going to be the broad nib. Isn't that nice? There's your nice broad nib. Lazy dog. And I can't talk and write at the same time, so I'll do a few S's. Really nice. Really, really sweet nib. Now I'm digging this broad even more. Wetness, it's going to be wet, I can tell you now. It lays down that ink, doesn't it? Nice and wet and juicy. Very nice. Alright, let me check out this one here. This one is a medium. Let me get this little jewel in here. Well, I hope you're finding this nib demonstration of the fountain pen revolution interesting. Alright, here we go. Medium nib. Very nice nib. Okay. Good ink flow. Writes really well. Let's check for wetness. It's going to be a wet one. Not extremely wet, but it's a nice wet nib. And remember, it's not inked up, so if it was inked up, it would be a lot wetter than it is. Let's just say I inked the pen up, it would be kind of like that. In fact, I just used it the other day. I enjoy the pens myself. I enjoy these nibs. See, it's wet, so you do get a decent wetness from the nib. Now, so let's see the ones we haven't done yet. Okay, we haven't done the 1.0 nib. So this is the one we need to do next. Let me get this little jewel over here. Let me go ahead and pull this medium nib out, just like I'm doing. And here is the 1.0 nib. Got that feed lined up with my nib. And there it is. That's real easy to go in. So let me just, and I used this pen also the other day. If you like these stub nibs, you would enjoy these nibs. This is a real nice nib. I better get some more paper. Paper, I have an abundance of that. So here we go. Solution. Make sure this is the one. Okay. So this is the 1.0 stub nib. Is that sweet or not? It's at no pressure, and that's with pressure. And we'll do a few little S's here. And we'll do some big S's. See, for me, this is a lot of fun. It's a lot of pleasure I get using my pens. And we'll check for the wetness. And it's a nice wet nib. So if you thought about nibs and looking for a different size, you might want to check out the Fountain Pen Revolution nibs and just put that in, and you'll pull up Kevin's site, and then you can look at all the nibs that he has to offer, the different sizes. Remember, he has number 6 size, and he has the number 5 size, and they can start from extra fine, fine, medium, broad. Then they just go up, and they have flex, like I said, and the higher the nib size is, the more the cost will be. But, you know, the cost, I'm saying, let's say for a flex, or for one, let's just say a broad 1.0 stub or a flex is like $9. That's pretty reasonable. And what's even better is they write very well. Yeah, I had a lot of fun using this nib. Well, that's going to take care of this review on changing out the nibs on the Fountain Pen Revolution. And they really aren't hard to do. They're really simple to pull out and put back in. Again, I'm going to just pull this out. Yeah, I have ink on it, but that's okay. But I'm doing it without a rubber grip. And then I'm just going to put it right back in for you again. Boom, done. So, that's going to finish this up. I call this a wrap. Well, I hope you did find this interesting, because if I can change out a nib, that means you can change out a nib. I remember the first time I had to change out a nib, it was on the Lamy, in fact. That was my first nib to ever changed out. So I watched Brian Goulet from Goulet Pens, how he done it with the Scotch tape, and I have videos on that as well. And that was my first time to do it, and I was petrified, because, you know what I'm saying, what if I can't get the nib back in? What if I break the nib? But after doing that, then I learned how to do the change out nibs on the 159, 450, and 750 nibs. And you can use the Anderson number 6 nibs, or the Goulet number 6 nibs, or the Knox number 6 nibs, and the Edison number 6 nibs as well. So you got a variety of nibs you can choose from. And I've had some viewers ask me, why would I want to change out a nib on the Jinhao? And I said, well, for me, the nibs are affordable, and they give a lift to that Jinhao. Yeah, the Jinhao nibs are right fine right out of the box, no problems with it. but I like changing my nibs up. I like a variety. And so the nibs are affordable, so I change them out. So that's why I do what I do. I guess to each their own. There's some people that don't like to do that, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But me, I'm the kind of guy that likes variety, and that's why I do it. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Sorry I've kept you so long. I hope you made it to the end of this video. Don't forget, if you order any nibs or any pens or any ink or anything from Fountain Pen Revolution, Kevin is still honoring that discount. Remember, Larry 15. Use a capital L, then Larry 15 on the discount code, and you'll receive that discount. I think it's 15%. I'm not sure, but you'll save some money on it. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're a God-sent blessing to me. And thank you for having me in your home. Until my next video, be safe and don't text and drive. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, guys.